If you're new to my channel, I'd like to encourage you to please hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. So Mr. Alan Hain, the lawn care nut, reached out to a couple of us lawn care YouTubers and was so kind to set us up with a pretty awesome opportunity. So myself and the Lawn Tools from Arkansas are going to be installing a green wall at our houses or at our locations. So the Lawn Tools will actually be installing their green wall indoors, and I will be installing my green wall outdoors because my climate is a little more conducive to that. So if you're interested in seeing how this green wall install and everything appears and goes indoors, go check out the Lawn Tools. I'll have them linked somewhere above, down below, somewhere. I'll have their channel linked, or you could just search for them on YouTube as the Lawn Tools. These green walls are brought to us today by GrowUp Greenwall, and as you can tell with this diagram, basically what the GrowUp Greenwall is. It is a system or a kit that allows you to plant pots on a vertical setting, and there is an irrigation system that uses tanks at the bottom that flows that water to the top through drippers, that then gravity allows that water to go from plant to plant to plant to plant down back into the tanks and recycles that water throughout the whole system. So it does have a little bit more intensive installation process, but everything is written out in here. I do recommend going through and looking at all of the directions before you start the installation. That way you have a good idea of what all you may or may not need to do, and you're not wasting time twiddling your thumbs trying to figure it out. So look at your instructions and let's get started. I spoke with Damon from GrowUp Greenwall, and he recommended that we use a plywood sheet and install the system onto that, since we are going to install it onto my brick wall in my entryway here outside. So I'm going to have to go get some plywood. I'll get some treated plywood since it is an exterior application. Okay, so we have gotten our lumber. It's a 4x8 sheet of plywood. It's pressure treated plywood. It's 11/32 thick, a little bit more than a 1/4 inch thick. Pressure treated pine, so it is rated for exterior use, so that everything is mounted easily with the plywood. Instead of having all of those individual rails mounted to the brick, this is just going to make it a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and easier to use. We are wrapping it with the supplied black drop cloth because this is going to create that nice black backdrop between the plants, so that Okay, so we're going to mount this onto the brick. I bought some concrete anchors from Lowe's and the drill bits that are recommended to use with these. These are rated for concrete, block, and brick. I already did the pilot holes for these screws, 1/4-inch pilot holes because these are 1/4-inch screws, and I put 2 in the bottom, 3 at the top. I think that should be enough to hold this to the wall. If not, I can always add some after the fact, but this should be good. Good. That's all I have time for today. This is the only step out of the whole installation that's not outlined in the guide that comes with the kit. So that's why I really wanted to show all the steps to this. Everything else is outlined in the kit, and we will be getting to that right now. Today's portion of the video, we're going to install the actual green wall. There are about 15 actual steps to mounting the green wall. The first 4 all have to do with the tanks. And then from there you go into the rail system, and then into the irrigation system, and into the pump, and everything else like that. So bear with me and let's get started, and let's mount this bad boy onto this wall. Let's get a green wall. So the directions do say that you should add a bead of silicone, but I'm going to be exterior with my system, so I don't think I really need to add that silicone. If this was going inside my house, yes, I would. But I am going to use some soapy water here to really try to lubricate these pieces as we push them together. This is the plug. Put the plug in this one because that is going all the way over here. And that's going to plug the system. This is the beginning of the system. That is the actual master tank. These are all the secondary tanks, so I can have a continuous amount of water in here and I don't have to refill it every day. I also don't have to have it connected to my irrigation or water hose. So I'm going to put all of these in and then put the joiners in and then mount them all on there. That's not the exact directions that came in the kit, but I think that this might be a little bit quicker and a little bit easier for me to do by myself. Let's see how that works. It's time to start mounting these. I have a brick over here to just hold these last ones up, as I'm gonna put a screw in this one first and then maybe do that one. I may go left to, right to left, one tank at a time, I don't know. I've got my stainless steel screws here. And just to make sure, yeah, they will not fall through, so perfect. And I've got plenty, they're like 3/4 inch screws, so, and I'm mounting them into wood. So let's just go ahead and see what we got here. Now that we've finished mounting the tanks, they're all fairly level. You know, they're all right. The next step is to do the rails, and we'll start down here. We'll do the bottom rails first, and then we'll probably have to cut the top depending on some of the second level of the rails. You can pretty much custom design this to be whatever kind of shape you would like. We both elected, you know, after talking about what we wanted to do with it, we're gonna have them be all squared off even at the top. When you look at these, there is a top and there is a bottom. And there are pre-drilled holes that you mount these guys into. Okay. Check it for plumb. Boom. So all of these taller ones had to have a section cut off at the top. They recommend using a hacksaw. I elected to use something else. Hacksaw's a lot safer. Now we'll mount them up here, and they're gonna look great. Okay, word from the wise. Make sure you hang your rails with the channel against the wall. That way there is space for your pots to actually hook onto these slots. Okay? Do not put them flush against the wall like these ones. Make them have space like this one, so that there's a gap between the back of this and the wall, so your pots can hang on those lips. Lesson learned. Here are all the pump components. Dripper, dropper line, actual 1 gallon per hour droppers are in here, zip ties, a couple of elbows, a water hose connection possibly, or a cap, different stuff there. This side we've got plug, the pump, and an adapter. So, let's get it. Quick tip in this system, The directions don't exactly tell you where to put the inline filter, but I recommend putting that in maybe 6 to 8 inches from the second elbow down there. That way it's easier to access. That pretty much sums up the installation. The only thing left is to install the drippers along the top, but that's pretty easy, and I'll do that in the follow-up video where I go and pick out the plants for this green wall. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button. Please tap subscribe down below. Check out the links in the description. I'll have the GrowUp Greenwall's link down there, and obviously I have my Yard Mastery affiliate links as well. So see you guys in the next video. Best of luck in the lawn.